There we go.
We already ready, buddy.
It's funny, I pushed the button like 6 times. It didn't work. So I thought, let me see if this one works. Is it just straight broken? And then the thumbnail one worked. The intro, I don't know what's going on. What's up, everybody? Way to start off the Monday. Looks like my Stream Deck's got a case of the Mondays. We're going to jump into some Shrek DLC for PowerWash Sim, and it's going to be delightful. I'm going to spray that dirt away for another episode of Mostly Clean Mondays. Now, I am getting some crucial information on the Discord right now from Dougie Man, telling me some things that I likely missed for a potential video that I put out that's already kind of live to the world. I mean, only like 10 people have seen it because it's kind of hidden, buried, and it's been a while since I've added anything to that playlist. But anyways, we'll sort through that afterwards. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. If I missed you yesterday, where were you? No, I'm just kidding. We definitely have that video on demand if you wanted to check out and get caught up on the Lego Batman 3 stuff we did. If not, we're here. We're live. We're going to do some spraying and playing today. Early notification squad today was Chacho, Justin, and Paige. Thanks for being early, guys. Much love to you all. We got Raised out there early as well. What's up, Raised? We got Matt out there. We got Rob out there. We got Preston Bros Unite out there. Let's see here. Who else is out there? Kirsten is out there. Who else? Who else? Brian D is back. What's up, dude? Good to see you. I'm assuming the D stands for dude, right? Shh. I know your last name. It's not dude, but it works out better. Who else is out there? Jason, what is up? What is up? I'm getting messages too. I'm getting blowed up. Doesn't everybody know I'm working? Let's see here. Been actually working quite a lot the last couple of days. In fact, most of Saturday was consumed with a bunch of recording and scouting and editing. And basically, since Dougie's been getting a bunch of guide info done, and he just informed me that he forgot something on the preparing for fun play stuff. So I'm hoping that it's not a big enough deal that I'll have to go back and redo that video. But beyond that, we've been like getting a lot of stuff done, and I look forward to pushing those videos out more now that we're getting to those collectibles, because you know the story is pretty fun, and a lot of people probably needed some help or some tips going along their journey. But the collectibles is where it's at. That's where it's always at. So hopefully these videos will do better and suits your guys' needs better too. I know not everybody has the game yet. In fact, a lot of our daily viewers haven't even played it yet. So knowing that there will likely be some sales once, you know, the holidays come around, and eventually it'll probably be free on Game Pass or Plus or something like that. So I'm assuming that you guys will get to it, because it's definitely recommendable. I mean, it's had some bugs in the first day or 3, and they've been working through them, but ultimately a fun game. Tamara is out there. What is up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Justin broke the donos. No, I'm just kidding. I did. He dropped a membership donation, and Simon got it. He's one of my buddies that lives all the way around, sort of down under. Let's see here. We've got, who else is out there? I dropped a membership, went to Ryan M, somebody we see often in the chat. And then I dropped a third one, trying to hook up those that do not have, and it stopped again. So I have provided the link in the chat if you guys are interested in joining on your own. No expectations or pressure, but if that badge is meaningful, and knowing that we can't gift you, that might change your opinion on purchasing. Hey, Denise is out there, but had to go. So hopefully they're... see, hopefully your time at the store will be quick and easy. Groceries are never fun. Farmer's out there too. What up, dude? Let's see here. I'll get it eventually too. Word. All right. Cool. All right, so quick and easy. We're going to go ahead and jump into some sprayage. And yeah, I just found out that my wife was like super delayed to work this morning because there was a pretty big accident, and it was actually... according to what I've read, it looks like it was probably 15 or 16 miles ish, 10 miles ish, somewhere in there, 10 to 15 miles away from her exit at work. And it was backed up past her. So, like, it happened pretty early this morning, and traffic in the mornings builds up pretty quick. So it backed up really far. She had to take a detour, which ended up being okay or whatever. But I kind of freaked out when I was like, what? An accident? Where was this? And so I went and checked my stalker app to make sure she was at work, and she was. And then I started seeing her times, and we texted a little bit. And then I went and read. Well, I read some headlines. Let's be honest. I don't read many articles. All right, here we go. We got a couple of liters of some juice we can use, and we are 33% done. I just want to point out too, the overall Shrek is about halfway done, so I better get to it. I'm going to be using the triple ready to shreddy, and I should get this nice and clean. But yeah, anything special going on for the farmer? This might bring back some memories, Mike.
What are you doing in my swamp?
That did work, right? That did work, right? Oh my goodness, that's so loud in my ears. So there's a bunch of new Fortnite stuff coming out. I'm way behind in this, so forgive me if you guys already know all this. But a couple of rappers are getting some treatment, and one of them's a rapper who passed away from an accidental overdose a couple of years back. He was somebody that Reese listened to quite a bit and was a big fan of, and he's being brought into it. His name is Juice WRLD, and then also there's some other, like Snoop Dogg and Eminem's getting another outfit or something. They also have a machine gun, and this is what I thought was cool. So a couple years back, there was like this dispute of who was like the fastest rapper. And, you know, there's a couple out there, you know, that are pretty fast. You know, but Eminem claims to be the rap god and actually made a song called The Rap God. And it starts off, and he raps pretty good for a minute, and then he starts going a little faster, and then he starts going a little faster. And then by the end, it can only be described as sort of like a machine gun. It's like, right? Well, Fortnite has actually got a minigun that's like a minigun, but instead of it's the words from Rap God. Like, when I saw that, I was like, no way, because that's pretty cool. You know, there's a couple of guys that are known for rapping really fast. You know, like there's a guy named Jarv who can rap really fast. He's kind of a newer guy as far as overall, you know. And then another one that's really fast is Eli from the Living Legends. He's been known to be pretty fast. There's a few of them out there. Over the years, there's definitely been quite a few that have been, you know, known for their abilities. And but I thought that was pretty cool. Most people won't care, but I might have to spend some V-Bucks on the minigun. It might just be something you pick up as like a limited time item too, which would be kind of a shame if it was, because that's something I wouldn't mind having. But I don't know where you'd even get it. Like, there's miniguns aren't all over the place, right? It's been a while since I played, so I'm guessing it's something you find in the game on the ground, the groin. All right, already jumped 6%. Such a rich array of mess. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is just like the townspeople bring in their color. Is that what it's supposed to be? Or where does the purple and yellow and all the color really come from? Did they tell us this already? Have I just forgotten in my old age? Get out of here, Gerg! Ah! Always trying to steal my thunder, bro. Right, I keep meaning to turn that off because I know he's just laughing right now, just loving it. Such an invasion of privacy. Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew it. Get out of here, Gerg. How is the Gurg doing? You figured out that trophy for us yet, my good sir? Snot, upside down coconut soffle with mango chutney sauce crumbs. And that's before Tinkerbell started waving her wand about. So is that explaining what's happening? Some snot from Tinkerbell's wand? Good, no. Why not? I wonder if anybody, we should check PSN profiles and see if anybody has gotten it yet. If it is to level 100 3 times, I'm literally going to cry myself to sleep for the next couple of weeks. If it's something like right in front of us, maybe we should, maybe we should tweet. Maybe we should tweet at them. They're really active on their social media, on their Twitter account. They tweet like every single day, and I see them interacting with people and stuff too, posting clips and, talking about DLCs and updates and things. I wonder if we can get some info out of them. Like how does one re-enlist? Maybe they'll give us some info on that. They may not go, here's exactly how you unlock the trophy, but they may give us like a tip or some sort of something. Or maybe all of us tweet like, how do you re-enlist? Hey, is there any way to figure out? And then they'll get like an abundance of people, and they'll think that, maybe it's unorganized and that it's random. Even though it'll all be at the same time. 0.1 has gotten the trophy. So people have gotten it. Do you think there's been enough time in 3 weeks to get to level 100 3 times? Or do we think that it's maybe something else that we're just not getting? I'm wondering if it's something as stupid as like changing clans. Like there's 4 of us. I just said it. Where are you listening? I just said it. I just said that if it was going to be that it was going to be, I was going to lose sleep over it. Are you even listening? Or are you just chiming in random facts because you've been gone? I literally just said, if it is that, and then I said, I don't think people would have enough time to have done that 3 times already. I'm very much acknowledging that could be it. But why would that be it, though? Why would that be it? How would you re-enlist? It's got to be, I'm thinking it's clans. I bet you if the 3 of us created a clan and one person joined all 3 of them, it might ring off. Because that makes more sense. Re-enlisting, I mean, none of it makes sense, really. But to me, that makes more sense. And I'm already to level like 56. I haven't played it in like 4 or 5 days. But I'm already to 56. So, I mean, I could be to 100 in a couple of days if I really started playing. But there's really no evidence that shows that it is or isn't getting 3 level 100s. So I don't know. That's why we need to figure this out. I just spent how many hours trying to play through the campaign 3 times for a complete waste. The last thing I want to do is try and grind to 100 3 times for a complete waste. I would much rather try all the other possibilities before doing that. Oh, she found something! Better not be a middle finger. I just found something, Brian. I just found something. She wouldn't. Would she? Would she? She's probably reading the same Reddit that I read. Reddit? Reddit? Red Reddit? Like, I found something. Right? I mean, a friendly found something. Not like angry. But I hope she found it. I mean, listen, that's been driving me batty. So knowing when you hit 100, an option 2 re-enlist pops up. So that probably is it then. I'll find out soon enough, because like I said, I'm mid-50s, and I'm sure I'll gain a couple levels tomorrow while we play. I mean, I assume I will. I don't think I'll get 40 levels, but I'll be close enough that I can at least verify that. Oh no! Oh yeah, Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah. See, you've been spending all your time driving back and forth to the store to get that ninja smoke. You should have been grinding levels. Now, again, for the record, anybody who's interested in getting to level 100, whether it's 1 time or 3 times, definitely play through the campaign and beat all the way through. The last couple of levels are pretty quick. Like, I have some tips and tricks I'll tell you if you're interested, but basically it's a nuke. The last 3 or 4 levels are like nuke ones, like we were playing together where we were shooting all those eggs and everything. You get like 4,000 or 5,000 points each time you do it. It takes like 3 minutes to kill a couple of waves of bad guys, make your way through the tunnels, and then I just sneak up and plant the bombs and then let one blow up and I run over and plant the other one. I got lucky every time. I never died, got attacked. My enemy, or the enemies fought my AI, so they were distracted while I went and planted the bombs. And it's literally super easy. So if you guys can get through, you know, the first 15 to 20 levels before you get to those last few nukes, it's so easy to do the last ones. You just go and plant and run. And as soon as you blow the nukes, it's game over. You win. So, and like I said, I was doing them in like 3 to 4 minutes. And the first time you go through, you get like 3 to 5K for each one. Definitely worth it because it takes very little time and you get pretty high payout. Comment said it's like COD's prestiging. Okay. So for the record, I do want to point something out. If it's one person saying that, there was already somebody on a Reddit thread that said they beat the campaign 3 times, and when they set up or re-enlisted the 3rd time, that it popped the trophy for them. So I'm sure there are not a lot, but there are trolls out there that are literally telling people false information, and then idiots like me who are following up on that. So again, hopefully once one of us gets to 100, we will see if you can re-enlist or not. And then from there, we should be able to, you know, determine if that's an option. If it's re-enlist and it's just like prestiging, then sweet deal. If there is no re-enlist option, then we got to look for something else, and we might have been trolled again. Because I'm not kidding. There was a bunch of people that were talking about it, and then there was like I want to say there was 2 different commenters that were like, yeah, I just did it. Oh, I can confirm I just did it as well. So I was like, all right. And then I grinded out those campaigns, and then I did it for nothing. For nothing. Such a boomer. And I do mean that in a couple ways. A bummer and a boomer. Not really a boomer, but pretty close. Not far away from being a boom. Said a boom. Boom, boomity boom. I said a boom, boom, boomity boom. We finally finished season 2 of True Detective on HBO Max. I still call it HBO Max, even though it's just Max. Colin Farrell, Rebecca. No, is it Rebecca? No. What's her name? Rachel McAdams. Rachel McAdams. There's a couple of other people too that are in it, notable names. But it was. I was very confused through the majority of this season. Like last season, it was pretty much every season, different stories, different actors, different areas, different everything. Only thing that's linked is the fact that it's a story about detectives. And the first one was very precise and easy to know what they were chasing and what they were doing. There was so many moving parts and so much. There was like crime bosses and like like court cases and like sexual harassment stuff. Like there was so much going on. It was kind of hard to, like episode 3 or 4. We're like, what are we even watching right now? Like, do we know who the bad guys are, or are these guys the bad guys, or what? You know, we weren't really sure. And so I'm hoping season 3 provides a little bit more guidance or direction or ease to follow. In the end, it all wrapped up, and I mean, all the stories concluded, and it was literally just multiple story timelines that intervened. And so, good, but not the greatest. Sort of predictable, especially at the end, too, which I hate. That's one of the things I despise the most about TVs and movies, when things are super predictable. And I mean, at this day and age, too, I mean, most of us have seen just about every outcome or possibility or scenario. You know, we've seen multiple endings or possibilities or ideas or reimaginings. And I mean, like, we've seen it all pretty much, right? So it's getting harder and harder. But the way it's written can be a nice tool in disguising what otherwise may be obvious. And I don't know, like, some things don't feel lazy. I don't like to use that word when people's art and time is involved, but it sometimes kind of feels that way. Like they could have made it a little trickier or whatever. So yeah, I don't know what level. Have you guys, Kirsten, Gerg, have you guys played at all since we streamed last Tuesday? It's okay if you haven't. I'm just curious at like what levels you guys are at. I want to say at like 30s to 40s for most of you, right? I can't remember where I was before I jumped ahead and played all those levels. I want to say like mid 40s, right? Because I jumped a bunch of like 10 levels the first go through, and then only like 2 levels the second playthrough, and then 1 level the third playthrough. So I want to say I jumped like 13 levels by doing the campaign 3 times. But the big jump was the first time. Kirsten says no, she hasn't played. And that's totally okay. I was just curious if anybody was higher than... Oh, well, no, higher than I was in the numbers. Gerg's already off to go grind, I think. This one's so much more peaceful, like sound-wise. I don't want to like turn the sounds off or all the way down, which I know I can do. But like, it's just so much more soothing than... That's just so aggressive. And that one sounds like rain on a tin shed. Right? That'll put you to sleep. So, here soon, the wife and I are going to rewatch WandaVision. And then we're going to jump into Agatha all the way? Or always always Agatha. Always Agatha. I don't know why I can never get that right, but... Radalika? I've heard good things about the new Agatha show. I feel like if Ben was here, he'd be able to give me some non-spoilery details, whether or not I would like it. But it looks good. I like Catherine Hahn quite a bit. She's always been one of my faves. She's hilarious. One of my favorite roles of hers was in this movie called The Goods. I think it's The Goods Live Hard, Sell Hard, I think is what it's actually called. But it's a pretty downright dirty movie from another time. But her character in that cracks me up. Dougie! Agatha all the way. Yes, very good. And you watch WandaVision too? Is that right? Is that right? I did get the message or the files. I sort of read the message. And from what I read, I feel like when we get to that point, I can always add it. Because I don't know how soon we'll need it, but that can be easily added in a video versus having to go back and redo. You know, and I thought about it when but I didn't know. It's all good. It's all good. Not a big deal. Hey, what's up, Deborah? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm interested in watching that. WandaVision was dope. Like, it's been long enough that I probably don't remember all the details and everything. So, I really like that. You know, I of course came from an era where a lot of the shows they based the early stuff off of, you know, it was well done. I'm old enough to remember and recognize and see, and I thought that was amazing. So I look forward to that again. And it's my understanding they sort of tie together, even though they're completely independent, right? Is that a good way to say it? WandaVision is sort of, in a way, tied to, but not directly linked, or is it directly linked? It's a sequel. Okay, cool. So, yeah. No, that's dope. I'm definitely geared up and ready. We're gonna finish up the True Detective series all the way, so we got another 2 seasons. The 4th season is supposed to be really good. It's got Jodie Foster, and it like won a bunch of awards or whatever, which is kind of ultimately why my wife wanted to start watching it. Was that, you know, she heard a bunch of good press about it, and she listens to I think it's called Armchair Expert. She has been for years, and so she gets all sorts of you know, updates and information about shows and stuff because of who they interview on the podcast. And so yeah, like, and we started watching we almost watched the whole thing yesterday, actually. We finished up True Detective, and then instead of just jumping into the next season, we cruised around to see if there was maybe a little something different we should throw into the mix, because it was pretty heavy, right? Like, that True Detective show is pretty deep and heavy at times, pretty dark, and so we opted to watch this show called Nobody Wants This, which she heard about because it's Kristen Bell. And, you know, Dax Shepard is the Armchair Expert lead, and Monica, I think, is. Anyways, so we got through 8 episodes of that last night. So there's only 2 more, and we'll be through it. It's an interesting kind of love story. It's almost kind of like a modern day Romeo and Juliet in a way. It's like, you know, people from different backgrounds and religions that, you know, have some sort of expectations or you know, preferences, if you will, about who you date and marry and how things work. And you know, it's interesting. There's more to it than just that. And I wouldn't say it's literally a modern day Romeo, but I mean, there are a lot of similarities in the sort of foreshadowing and the universe itself. Which I would recommend it. It's pretty good. Like, you know, I was kind of like, oh, here we go, another armchair. You know, like, kind of like almost naysaying it, because I've chose some pretty bad things recently for watching shows, so and movies. So I've been sort of put in the doghouse on selecting those things. So right now I'm on like a whatever you want to watch, sweetie, whatever you want to watch. At some point, I'll get back on the availability of choosing things, but right now, it's after that VHS Beyond movie that I made her watch with that whole I mean, most of it was okay. There was like a 15-minute segment that was 15 minutes too long. But I really enjoyed. I did. I found myself laughing quite a bit. The first episode, I was like, man, these guys are mean to each other. Like, what are they doing? Like, this is crazy. Like, I wouldn't expect this from a girl who was starring in a show called The Good Place. I wouldn't expect her to be acting like this nasty. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I was like, man, they are really ragging and being mean to each other. And then it shifts quite a bit. And that was actually a focal point of the whole thing, is that, you know, as we get older, we learn, and we don't always stay exactly the same. And although habits and patterns can ultimately control us, those patterns and habits can be altered or controlled themselves. So there's some morals to the story as well. And like I said, I would recommend it. It's been pretty entertaining. Look at this. This is cheeky under here. Yeah, you thought you were going to sneak that by me, didn't you? All right, before I move along, let's clean up some of this. I don't think I'll get the ground yet, although the swamp floor is pretty close. Pretty close. Let's see here. Supernatural. Okay. I never watched that. It was at the CW? Was that where it was at originally? I feel like I remember the show. Yeah. We're always into binging like long shows that are good. Supernatural has a handful of seasons, doesn't it? I'm sort of familiar with it. I mean, I don't know details about it, but I feel like that's one that the wife and I would like as well. Great. Let's see. Gets really good after 2. Okay. And how many seasons are there? Oh, come on. Come on. Get off this. 15 seasons! That'll keep us busy. We're actually really excited waiting for... So every Sunday, they air a new episode of this show called From that we've been watching. And season 3 is in full effect right now. And they just dropped episode 8 last night. And there's 10 episodes. So we've been waiting until they got all 10 episodes so that we could just binge them. Because it's sort of a cliffhanger-y kind of show. Like, if you liked Lost and you like scary, even though it's not super scary, you just like the kind of the theme of scary, this would be a definite good show for you. Like, if you like the smoke monster and the anticipation of how Lost was written, it's my understanding, it's created by some of the producers of Lost. And even Michael from Lost is in it. I can't think of his real name right now. I know it, but I can't think of it. But he's one of the main characters in it, and he does a great job. And so once they get another week under our belt, we'll probably watch it and plan it so that like we watch it when the final episode airs on Sunday. But it's a good show. It's mysterious. There's a lot of what is happening, and it's cool because the characters are all going through the same thing as us, and we don't really know any more than the characters. Although towards the end of the seasons, they do start to give us bits, and then all of a sudden it's the end, and it's like, what? But yes, it's intense. I really like it, so I'm excited to watch that. We'll probably get through season 3 of True Detective and finish Nobody Wants This, and then we'll probably start From. We're also re-watching Somebody Somewhere. I mentioned that the other day. It's a HBO show, and super good. It's just kind of like about a woman going through life. She's sort of middle-aged. Her sister, who was a big part of her life, just passed away, and she's really struggling with that. And her other sister is doing fairly well, but a bunch of things happen, and it changes for her. And so her point of stability becomes unstable, and then like her parents go through a bunch of stuff too. So it's basically like, you know, like they say, life isn't easy, and this is basically a show about that. It's not super sad. It's actually quite funny, but it is fairly real in a lot of ways. Like certain things that I'm sure a lot of us go through with, you know, anything from finances to friends to family to, you know, infidelity to, you know, there's all sorts of stuff. Just a lot of life stuff. There's a little bit of, you know, religion. There's a little bit of, you know, there's a little bit of everything in it. It's actually quite a good show. But yeah, somebody somewhere. Supernatural before you go to sleep. Do you find yourself having like any thrilling dreams? You know, I the other night, you know, I sometimes have dreams that I wake up and I'm like, whoa, right? Like very vivid, memorable. And there's other nights that I wake up and I'm like, oh, was I sleeping? I didn't even know. The other night, you guys, I had this crazy real dream, and it was I was at some event, some sort of a gathering, a community gathering, maybe a funeral or something similar. And a lot of people I didn't know, lots of people I didn't know, but my grandparents were there, and you know they're no longer with us, and it was weird because like I basically was like back in time. They were younger, and I was me. I knew that I had, you know, buried them both. You know what I mean? And like I was like, oh my god, you're here. They were like, yeah, why wouldn't we be here? You know what I mean? Like one of those kind of things, like a time traveler thing. And I woke up and I was like, oh man, damn it. You know, like I can't time travel. But it was a cool dream, right? Felt really real, like really real. All right, so I'm getting pretty close. I'm in the, I wouldn't say home stretch quite yet, but I mean, 10% is gonna go pretty fast, I think. The lore and mythology is good in that show. Yeah, I'll definitely put it on the list. What is it? What is it streaming on? Is it like Hulu, Netflix? Like, where can I watch it? Don't tell me the CW's app or whatever. I hope I already have it. I hope I don't have to purchase anything to get it. Netflix. All right. I got it. 15 seasons. That's crazy. Are they hour shows? $40-ish. Cool. Oh no! Just making sure I didn't miss anything down here. And I guess I could put the 16 to 22 per season. Okay. That's pretty doable. We'll have it done in a month. No, I'm just kidding. We're getting to that time of year where we actually force Reese to spend time with us and watch movies. It always starts off right before Thanksgiving with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's like our Thanksgiving movie we watch every year. And then after Thanksgiving, we start watching the staple Christmas movies. So every year we watch Christmas Vacation. And then there's like a slew of other movies that gets picked. Usually Elf makes the list. Often we watch Christmas with the Cranks. That's another good one. With Jamie Lee Curtis. And let's see here. What else do we watch? Trapped in Paradise is another one. A little older one, a little slower, but one we like to watch. Yeah, there's quite a few of them. You know, we have a whole stack of like DVDs and Blu-rays that we've collected over the years, and so I mean, we have like all sorts of things like a Grumpy Cat Christmas, and you know, all the old classic Rudolph and Frosty ones, and you know, we got a bunch. So we just kind of pick through, and every year it's a little different, but like I said, the staples are. You know, often Home Alone makes it in there. Die Hard is usually one. I know people will argue with me, that's not a Christmas movie. Well, in our family it is. And so yeah, I look forward to that, because for most of the year Reese is kind of anti hanging out with us. He's got video games and friends and things to do, places to be, and so, but this time of year he knows, and he actually brought it up the other day. He was in one of his good hangout moods, and he's like, hey, it's almost time to start watching movies, and I was like, yeah. So it's kind of cool that like traditions that I've instilled are like becoming expectations for him versus like, damn it, I gotta do that again. You know, like, because back in like when he was in middle school and everything, like he always would watch stuff with us all the time. Like it was a nightly routine. We actually watched something every night at dinner, and then usually after as well. And I know some people think that's bad to watch TV at the dinner table, but we took the dinner table to the TV. Let's see here. Almost done. 98%, y'all. It's taking some time to do it, though, huh? It's going to be a photo finish today. I honestly was kind of hoping it would be a little bit short. A little long. The only reason I say that is because now that I've got stuff to do work with Funko and I'm ready to move forward, I want to get to work. I want to get it done. As you guys know, we're like 10 days away from Horizon dropping. So like it's important that the guide gets finished, although the videos won't be done. It's important the guide gets finished so that he can start working on the other Lego game. And so we're actively trying to get all the details and kinks worked out of Funko so that he can start focusing on the future. Now, I expect that trophy list to pop any day. In fact, I keep waiting for like Kirsten or Gerg to go, hey, the trophy list just popped. Because that could be like right now. That could be tomorrow. It's going to be soon, though. And once that happens, we can start our list for the site and then kind of start figuring out how and what we need to do. I will likely, if the list pops before the game drops, I will likely do like a trophy guide video like we have often done in the past once we get an early trophy list. Just kind of go over that and what to expect and how we plan to attack it from the information that we have. You know, one of the hardest things we had to figure out with Funko Fusion was the order in which we would continue the collectibles, because there's the levels that actually have special spots in them that lead to special levels. And in those levels and special levels, there are sequences or events that take place for characters, but they're all mixed up and jumbled up. And so we were trying to figure out, can we get it all in one go? If we go in a wonky order, or is it going to be too much? Are the videos going to be too long? There was a lot of due diligence that went into it. And I appreciate Doug's support. And let's see here. It's live now. What's live now? What's live now? What happened? What am I missing? Your exclamation marks are making me worry. The trophy list. Oh, it's live now? What? All 24 trophies. Look at that. That's funny. I found the same exact thing. All right. Complete the 3 different. Oh, wait. Find and complete 3 different tall necks. Find and complete 3 different cauldrons. So there will be at least some short, easy videos with the tall necks, how to take them down, where they're at. Max level all characters. Collect 50 gold bricks. Obtain 10 upgrades. Complete the rescuing, complete the thunder, complete the. Unlock all playable characters. Max level a character. Discover all rare weapons. All right, Dougie. Discover all gadgets. I need to find a list that has the trophy icons so that I can gather all of those and create our own list. So if you can find one, Kirsten, if you can find a list that has the icons too, that would be great. Find and complete first tall neck. Find and complete first cauldron. Obtain 75 outfits. Obtain 75 decorations. Complete 20 community jobs. Collect first gold brick. So no mini kits. No, but there are special weapons. There are gadgets. There are characters. 75 outfits. So there's at least 75 outfits. 75 decorations. Oh, buddy. Yeah. But that's not what I mean. I'm not talking about the value of the trophy. I'm talking about the icon that goes with the trophy, right? Because they always have like a little image that goes with it. So if you guys can find that, that would be helpful. Brian D is back. Welcome back, broski. That's dope. Good thing we brought that up. And good find. All right. Outer Roots 2. Outer root. Those are both toast. Root. Oh, this one's got some stiff on it. There we go. Can I get a ding? Really? Is it really? There we go. And then... There we go. I sees you. I see you, baby. Shaking that roof. Outhouse roof. Okay, so we do have to get on top. I wondered that. Yeah, and I mean, it's always possible that this could be an incomplete list or something too, right? Like sometimes people get their... My guess is he might be one of the people that got early access to it. And that could be it. Let's see, shelves, it says. So where's a plural shelf? All right, let's just go find it. Oh. Booyaka Shell, get out of my swamp! Has seen a commercial for Christmas movie starring The Rock. No, I have not. I heard they're doing a new Jumanji movie. That's kind of cool. All right, I got to figure out what the trophy is for this area. We are in the factory. Is it a fart factory? No, that's just me. And out in Shrek Swamp Shop, clean the outhouse. Okay, I did that. So let's go not earn. That freaked me out for a hot second there. Fairy Godmother's pushback. Run on the running wheel for 20 seconds. Oops. Whoops. The running wheel. Where is the runner? It doesn't matter when I do it, I don't think, as long as I get her done, huh? Green's doing a pretty mean job, huh? I'm not reading any of that. Is that funny or not? I can't tell. Couldn't help but notice in your court, a spray lot work, carriage parked outside Mother's Potion Factory. You'd better not get any of that mess on me. I was a slow reader because I was late. Ooh. Zing. Hey, Doug, did you get a chance to watch the first video that I sent you? Not the preparing one, but the actual first level? Like, I was actually surprised how fast I was able to get that done. Like, I was expecting every level to be 30 minutes or more. But I zinged through that one. Now, not all of them are going to be that fast, obviously. And it really wasn't that short of a video either. But I was just kind of surprised how I linked it all together. And I had to sort of reroute some of the things just for it to make sense for my brain. But definitely felt good to get that one done. I hope that all the text and all the icons and everything are in good spots and are very readable and all of that. Pretty good about adding little buffers between text and stuff like shadows or strokes or, you know, like an outline or whatever. Square level, like hard. Yeah, that was my problem. So like at first, like the directions were to go left, and so I like did the whole left thing, right? And then like realized, well, crap, I'm gonna have to make a pretty fast break over there to get that red proto part. So I'll start left, and then once I get the proto part, I'll do that other left side, and then I'll go book it back over to the right. Or to the other side. And so I did. So that's what I even mentioned that in the video. Our original route, I'll go back to our original route now that I got that done. So it will be difficult. And, you know, trying to get certain things to line up to, like the collectibles that you have to take out, like trying to get some of those to line up together, the hot dogs in this case. Just different things, right? Like, but no, I appreciate the flow suggestions of how I should go and how you've gotten them and stuff. Like, that's all helpful stuff. Hurring, hurring, hurring. Oh my. That's terrible. Like, this angle is gross. Dude, just because you don't like your quarterback doesn't mean you should be happy he's hurt, bro. Come on. We talked about this the other day, too. It's never good for someone to be injured. It sucks when your players get hurt, even if they're not as, you know, essential as they could be or, you know, should be or, you know, whatever. Like, it always hurts. You always want the best product on the floor, on the court, like always. Basketball, football, baseball. Injuries are never good for the product. Lots of money goes into, you know, scouting and recruiting and hiring and contracting and playing and you always want the best of the best. Now, if he's a bad human and bad things happen, that's maybe an exception. And not to like pick on football, but historically football's had some pretty grimy situations with some of their players. I'm sure other sports have too, and probably lots of people have just gotten away with things that they shouldn't have as well. But you guys know what I'm saying without going into crazy details. There's been a lot of controversy in football over the last 15 to 25 years. Like, a lot. Lots of scandals and stuff, right? But even those types of people, you don't want to wish harm on. They just need to get grown up, do the right thing. Spike Lee. Yeah, I saw that Quincy Jones, the musician, passed away. Pretty big name, huh? I'm not sure the cause or any of the details, but I saw a bunch of, like, you know, breaking news things this morning. Might have even been yesterday's news, but I saw them this morning. You know, don't have a lot of Quincy songs that I know of, but I'm sure a lot of influence of music I listened to and others around me had a lot. I know that he was part of, like, Michael Jackson stuff, or some of it anyways, and, you know, very, very famous dude for sure. And he will be missed. You know, again, we're getting into that territory where, like, you know, almost every day we're going to start seeing a famous name, whether it's an actor, a sports, you know, person, or, you know, even journalists and you know, newscasters. And I mean, you name it, like, pretty much anything and everything, right? Like, it's just, we know so many names and so many people because we've been around, right? Like, but it's always sad to see them go. My name will be on that list at some point. You know, I mean, not necessarily a famous people, but just people to go. Sad thing about life, right? It all has an expiry date. Yeah, Austin Powers movie. Yep. Like I said, a lot of influence on a lot of things. And yeah, like it's gonna be more and more. 4%? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is big. What I don't like is the squirrely little lines up top there. Those are not cool. Because, like, I can't really get them from here. And they're, like, all the way around these. Ugh. It's like when I always complain about fence posts and poles. That meets the criteria. I took a phone call. Nope. I don't think so. It's all good, Dougie. I'm used to people leaving. Kirk does it all the time. We'll be mid-conversation and he'll just check out. It's also Nam, too. Nam just doesn't listen. He doesn't take a phone call. He's still part of the original conversation. He just stops. He just tunes everybody out. It's not just a me thing. He likes to say that it's just me, but it's everybody. It's everybody. Hey, what up, Josh? Happy Monday, broski. Happy Monday. Oh, all of this? Ugh. It's weird how it just kind of starts on this corner here. I know you didn't mean it in any disrespectful way, Brian D, but Just the comment, say hi to your mom for me, Chacho. Like, I don't know, it just seems so wrong. Like I said, I know you didn't mean it in any disrespectful way at all, but just looking over and reading that, I couldn't help but hear it and like, you know. And again, like I know there was no ill intent or anything, but just cracking me up. Triple ready, shreddy. Put that dirt to Betty. So, Thanksgiving movies. What do you guys got for Thanksgiving movies? Anybody got any like staples or must watch or just favorite themed? I mean, could be a holiday movie or a Hallmark movie or you know, could be anything. What the planes, trains, and automobiles is sort of our go-to for Thanksgiving. I'm curious what other movies. I know there's other Thanksgiving movies out there. No, I know you didn't. I know you didn't. Which is why I said that to begin with. I know there was no ill intent or any disrespect at all. Like, it's just, I don't know. For some reason, I read it in a way that made me laugh. Pocahontas. You know, I'm okay. Full disclosure, I'm not sure I've ever actually watched the Pocahontas Disney movie. I mean, I know like the story of Pocahontas. But I don't know that I've ever seen the Disney version. Is it good? You know, the other day we were talking about stuff. There's a bunch of movies that I had never seen. Like, what's the one? The Lego just got. It's about witches. Bette Midler's in it. Hocus Pocus. I've never seen Hocus Pocus either. I hadn't. I think we watched it. I feel like we watched it knowing there was a new one coming out. But at the same time, I can't remember if we actually watched it or if we just talked about watching it. I have no memory of it, so I don't know. I must have had an adult beverage, or maybe it was a long day. Maybe I was working while we watched it or something. I can't remember. Soldiers. Is that like a movie? Is that the name of a movie? Soldiers? I don't know that I'm familiar with. Just Soldiers. Keep waiting for Gray to show up and be like, let me in, let me in. Although he would have to buy this DLC to join me. That is kind of a bummer, but I get it though too. Like, you have to have the DLC in order to join. I only say that because Gray and I were playing a bunch of PowerWash last week on his accounts. Just going through all the original storyline stuff because he's never done it. And I think I mentioned this. It's kind of like a torture chamber for me because he just sings the whole time. And sometimes it's like Prof and stuff I know and like enjoy. And even though I enjoy it, it's like in Gray's voice. So I'm like constantly like, oh, hey, did you see this? Or trying to change the subject. I keep waiting for a first, and I'm going to be busted talking about him, but... %. This is taking forever. Can I get a ding? Thank you. I gotta be close to, oh, I guess this whole side's gotta get did. Get there. Get there. All right. Booyaka show. Wait, wasn't there a John Wayne Thanksgiving movie? I don't know. Although, funny, I don't watch or know a bunch about John Wayne. But the other day, a John Wayne movie was on the TV, and I know I've mentioned this before. There was horses on the TV, and Drexler was just like, those are my people. Like, you could just see him. He was like, where are we going, guys? Like, just watching these horses run wild. And he doesn't often watch TV, so for me, that was a pretty hilarious moment because, like, very unusual behavior from him. He doesn't get distracted by much, but he'll watch out the window at, like, Eagle Crest when we go, at deer, or, you know, if he sees a horse and along the road or something, he'll totally lock on. But and you know, he was raised in a horse stall for the first 6 months or so of his life, and I'm sure he was around horses, so he may, like, see himself as a horse, right? Like, that just may be his thing. Oh, that yellow's doing work from a distance. Getting some weird crackly sounds in my headphones. It's almost like interference in a way. Stopped. Ooh. Aha. So got everything over there. That's good. I think I got all of that stuff. So I just need to get these bars up here, and I'll be pretty much good in this corner. There's got to be a better way to do that. Let's drop that back down to nothing. Grab a ladder. Place it up top. Ads are killing. How many ads are you getting? I mean, I guess if you're used to none, any is toxic. But I'm just curious, because we're still trying to figure this out, because it seems like it's not following the suggestive frequency. But it's really hard to say, because everyone's kind of getting a different experience. Some people are saying every 5 minutes. Some people are saying 10, 15 minutes. They're set right now, I think, to be every 12 to 18 minutes. I think is what it's set to. And it should be different for everybody. Like, everybody should get them at different times. And I don't know how it decides who gets them or when they get them, but... yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, some of y'all have premium. That's all good. I still have never discovered how, you know, YouTube does the ads for premium people, in the sense of, like, how, because, like, it's supposed to somehow cover some of the what would be ad revenue, right? But, like, you only pay so much. If you watch a bunch of YouTube, how does that $20 or whatever it is a month get spread out to, you know, multiple people over hours of watch time? Like, I've always wondered that. Like, seems like they would have to lose money or something, but I don't know. Yeah. All right, just got these two, I think. Oh, there's a couple of them, actually. All right, feeling good. Hey, look at this. Since we're up here. I'll take it. Nice one. Let's see here. Let's give it a little bit of length. Giggity. Am I really washing that wall way back there too? Holy cow. Holy cow. Just shredding. Supposed to be getting up tall stuff, though. But yeah, Doug, if you're out there too, I was just thinking, you know, I think when Funko first came out, the characters were limited to how you could access them in the levels, and I think they updated it so that they made it you have a favorite list, but I think you can access anybody and everybody at any time, right? So if that's the case, then I feel like, although we missed that in the preliminary drop, it can be easily added, and even if they don't have it on their favorites, they should be able to access them in the menu once they go to the character swap, right? Like, so I feel like we're totally good there. Now, I may have missed something else. You may have had some other info on there. Look at this. I can just sit and spin to win. So let me go read that real quick. Oh, Simon Skinner, huh? So Hot Fuzz does have a character worth something. About 4.5 minutes. That's... And, okay, have you left at all? Like, have you multitasked? Have you... Because we're finding that people who are, like, multi-tabbing or tasking on their phones are actually running into more ads. It's seeing it as like a leave and a return. Not saying you have, but I'm wondering if you have. Let's see, I'll be right back. Is this the King's Castle? This is Fairy Godmother's Potion Factory. Oh. So this is kind of fun. I have to go on the spinning wheel for like 20 seconds or something, right? Do I have to be on top, or... Yeah, so I'm wondering if even that 5 seconds was enough. I'm curious, because that's the feedback we're getting from a couple people who have been like getting a high frequency, because a lot of people aren't. Some people aren't getting any, even those who have not paid premium. It's really weird. And like with our donations, the membership donations are like blocked. They don't work. You get like 1 or 2 in and then they stop. I have no idea why. We're still trying to figure out a lot of these things. And unfortunately, YouTube isn't a very approachable entity. So there's not like emails or people that I can really reach out to and talk to, which is really sorry. Oh. Hey, it's John Bundy. What's up, dude? Happy Monday to you. right, so we're almost done with the wheel. I wonder if I can... Oh, Billy. This might be one of the most efficient ways to do this. All good, John. Hopefully you're feeling better. You had one 2 minutes ago, huh? Yeah, as long as they're, 10 to 20 minutes apart from each other, that's what the frequency should look like. I mean, if they're every 5 minutes, that's way too much. And I mean, we'll have to figure some stuff out. Because I even have it on specific time frames right now. So, again, there's only so much I can do about it. I mean, I could turn it off too, but we'd have to find some alternative somethings because as much as I'd love to just sit around and stream all day, like part of that is made possible because of the ad revenue. Most of you know too, as I took July all the way off and then came back in August and found out that it was demonetized. So definitely have had a rough couple of months in that regard. Not helping the savings or banks accounts at all. But yes, I definitely don't want the ads taken over either. Like, as much as they are an essential part of the formula that allows me to do this, definitely don't want it every 5 minutes. Can I even get to... Okay, I can. That's asking for a lot. Get that clean. Jeez. Jeez. What? This one still ain't clean? Bruh. Alright. Back from today's real life first thing. All right. Was it as fun as you'd hoped it would be, Raised? Like, bro, it wasn't fun at all. It was errands. Nope. Well, sorry to hear that. Isn't this the wheel I need to be on for 20 seconds or something? Can I get a bling? Hey, all right. Booyah Chow. 2 doctor's appointments, huh, Brian? Well, hopefully they go smoothly. Boy, this is a hot mess right here. Why does it keep... It's like bumping me down. Oh, I like it. Stop bumping me. Haven't gotten any of that. So, oh no! Oh no! That's definitely got some funny anglage. All right, almost got the 2 sundials done. So much in between and around them, though. Holy cow. This is crazy. So crazy. Getting big chunks, but also getting big blocked, too. It's a funny angle. I know I've got a bunch on the other side, too. I don't know how precise this is going to be as far as how much I need to get, but it's definitely got multiple parts, so probably going to have to be pretty precise. I can also stop this thing, too. That is an option, which I might have to get the majority of it done, but I might not. Spinning around, I feel like I'm getting a lot, but I'm also getting blocked a lot, too. So there's funny angles. Oh my. Super secret cheeky. All right. It's a pretty good spot. I did walk on it tomorrow. You must have missed it. I got the trophy for walking on the wheel. Feel like this is pretty close to having what I need once I get the other sides. Although I guess I should probably look down this way. Although, can I get inside? Ooh. Yeah. Is anybody else getting sick? Yeah. All right. Going up. Whether I like it or not. Now, can I get out of this? All right. A little worried there for a second. Oh my gosh, are you serious right now? This is gonna take the entire stream. Are you kidding me? I mean, I've barely done anything. I've barely done anything, y'all. And they give me 2 liters of cleaner for this whole thing. Are you kidding me? I got like $10,000 I could spend, but they won't let me buy anything. Silly wabbits. I'm a quarter done, I guess, but it doesn't feel like it. A lot of this ground is going to go pretty fast. But good Lord. You spin me round, round, baby, right round like a wooden, whatever this is. Sorry, that's bad. Not that it's ever good, but. I mean, I'm getting a lot of this. Got this big log left. I think that's about it, right? It's probably got an end. No? Thought for sure that big log in the middle would ring off. There we go. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I can't believe how big this really is. Fairy Godmother's got herself quite the potion factory. It's quite impressive, if I do say so myself. Get this crappy stool out of here. See if we can get some percent rang off and get this whole side caught up. Evened out, if you will. Oh, there's chairs over here too. Come on. I haven't even really looked at the layout of the land other than what I've covered so far. Good Lord, that's huge. My rebuilding Blazers play again tonight. It's kind of nice having basketball back on like every other night, every third night or whatever. It's as you guys know, my preferred sport. And although my team is not necessarily winning a lot of games, they're very competitive and very fun to watch. Like, so far, almost every game, they've gotten walloped in the first quarter, and it just looks like it's going to be a huge blowout. And then they dig themselves out, and they usually get it tied or up by 1 or 2 at half, and it looks like we stand a chance. And then we come out in the third quarter, and it's just womp, womp. And, you know, we sort of get down, and then we can usually never catch up. So it's been fun, though. Like, we've almost won most of our games that we haven't won. Only 2 have been pretty decent blowouts. Otherwise, they've been like 3 or 5 points or 2 points, which is pretty respectable for a young team. Bobby's team, the Phoenix Suns, they're really good again this year. Lots of high-name talent. And the Blazers played them the other night, and in the first quarter, they got down 26 points. And the Blazers came back and tied it up at half, and it was a really good game. And then they got down like 15 or 19 points. And then the Blazers came back, and they had it within 2 with like 1 minute left, and then blew it. So, I mean, but it's fun to watch, you know. Like I said, I know it's not everybody's sport and whatever, but the competitive spirit and the growth has been really nice to see. And, you know, we're probably a year or 2 away from being a pretty decent team, you know, assuming we keep the players we have. And we still got a few players that are hurt right now that could be contributors, but they may end up being trade block pieces or something too. You just never know. But it's fun to watch. Tonight we play a team we've beat once and lost to once. And so it's going to be a pretty sweet match. Although the other team does have a couple of people that are hurt as well. So it won't be the same game, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easier, right? Sometimes those guys that are hidden off the bench are a nice little surprise. Yeah, I heard the Seahawks lost last night. I don't follow. I haven't been following football much in the last couple of days, weeks, whatever. But I read something. Somebody was like really upset. Like the Seahawks had a decent lead and then they blew it. I think. Is that right? Or they just were bad all the way through and through. I haven't been watching or following. I was keeping up with the scores, and I watched a little bit of the World Series stuff, but still not super familiar with names and things like that. But tried to keep up with it, so I had something to talk with you all about. Can I get a ding? There we go. It's always the worst. You know, there's another really good team in the NBA, and they've only won 1 out of their 6 games. They are 1-5, and they're supposed to be one of the title contending teams, like one of the best teams in the league, but they're not. And I'm starting to wonder, like, how long their coach has before he gets fired. The Milwaukee Bucks are the worst team in the Eastern Conference right now. 1-5. Every team has won at least 2 games except for the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's where Dame Lillard went, which he was our star in Portland for 12 years. And, you know, I wasn't ready to see him win a championship last year, and I told myself, you know what, if they go this year, that would be all right. He had a year of struggle, and a rough year it was. And, you know, so basically I just didn't want it to be just like an easy task to go, oh, I'm going to leave this team and go win a championship. Because the more people that see that are going to go do that, and the more dysfunctional and lopsided the league will eventually be. So when he didn't win his first year, it sort of made me feel better. Like, all right, you know, not everyone's going to try and jump ship on their teams, and loyalty is still going to be a factor moving forward. And I'm ready for him. And they've only won one game. They came out and they won their first game, and they've lost 5 in a row. And you know how that is. When you lose a couple in a row, it just becomes more and more painful. Like, it hurts in any sport, right? Any sport. You lose a couple in a row, it starts to hurt. Especially if you're expected and pressured to be a really good team and you're not. Like I said, I fear the coach is going to find himself unemployed here in the next week or so. Another coach that's going into the Hall of Fame, Greg Popovich, the coach for the San Antonio Spurs, he actually had to leave a game on Friday, or before the game, I guess. Maybe he didn't even make it there with a medical issue. And they haven't really talked much about it, at least from what I've seen. And they have an assistant coach that's going to take over as the interim head coach for the time moving forward. I mean, I'm hoping Pop's okay. I don't know if he had like a heart attack. I don't know if he's got some family stuff going on. I hope it's nothing terrible, because he's a legend. He is an absolute legend. And it would be a really sad day if something happened to him. He's getting up there, but he's not what I would consider in that prime spot. You know, you get to a certain age and you're like, yeah, your days are numbered. He's not there yet, I don't think. Whoa. Whoa. That's like lag happening? That was weird. It's like input delay from my controller almost. And then when it happened, it like overcorrected. Man, I got like 100 and some hours on this game. I know how this is supposed to work. Whoa, there just happened again. Here, you know what? I remember that. What? Wouldn't let me resume for a second. Y'all saw that. I feel like the game's about to crash. I don't know why, but I've got that odd feeling. I think it's a little jealous of how much shredding I'm doing this fast. It's like, bro, you were just at 30%, now you're at 34. We got a cheater. We got a cheater. Triple ready, shreddy cheater. This lower spot should ring off like any second. Maybe it goes all the way. Huh. It's a funny angle there. Come on. All right. So in like 10 minutes, I jumped 5%. That's not moving as fast as I was hoping it would. Although I was trying to do just flat ground, and I ended up doing chairs and a wall. So, although I did consume this wall pretty fast. I mean, that was shreddy. Yeah. This has got to be close too. Like, yeah, I was gonna say that's like done. Okay. Yeah, she is. I agree. My name is Brian, and I approve that message. This is just disgusting. Huh. Found myself in a little nook over here. Didn't even know I could get back out. Actually, I did. I need to get back to this corner and fix it, finish it, whatever. Because, we've still got lots to do. I am feeling alright about the time, though. I mean, I don't know how big the next level is, but I'm guessing it's not as big as this one. If it is, we may just cut it and come back next week for like a shorty. Because as it sits right now, I was planning on finishing this today. And then next week, next Monday, we were not going to have a stream. It's going to be some project stuff for me, working on either the guide for Horizon or the guide for Funko Fusion. I just need to get caught up on some of that stuff, so I'm going to taper back the schedule a little bit for at least a week or two once Horizon drops. And rather than start a new game for 1 week and then take a break for a couple weeks, I figured I'd just take an extra day off and again work on stuff that will be, so there will be content that should be able to be consumed, whether it's Funko or Horizon Adventures. I keep wanting to say Horizon Zero Dawn. So Shrek has the happily ever after spell. The question, what am I going to do about that? It's a great question. Yeah, I never finished this barrel. Hey, all right. This floor should be about toast, too. Can I get a ding? A lot of grime. Grime time. All right. Does that include that? It does. Okay. Whew. Had a tickle in my ear that came out of nowhere. Pew. Oh my gosh, I got lots of stuff to destroy yet. I thought I was getting pretty close. No such luck. Wait a minute. Still stuff on the back side. Can I get a ding? Thank you. Did I get this other one? Yeah, that one's good. Oh, hey there. Have any other... So I'm hoping here before break that I will have at least this whole corner done, and it'll just be all new stuff out in the open and hopefully a lot of floor space more than it is anything else. Again, I haven't really looked to see what's over there. I just know there's a lot over there. At least it seems like it. Boy, I've got like a hair or there's a bug or something in there. As I mentioned earlier, I'm getting pretty scruffy. It might have just found like a facial hair or something that's found its way in there. Tickle, tickle, tickle! It's the worst, though. Oh my goodness. This is quite the device. The apparatus, if you will. Pudding. Can I jump up on this? A little higher? Yeah. Oh. Jeez. It just keeps on going with funny angle after funny angle. Highs and lows. Backs and fronts. Lefts and rights. Good thing Dougie's not in charge of this. Sorry, Dougie! I'm sure he's got his lefts and rights figured out by now. was hoping to have this whole back corner sorted. But I still got the wall and the arch. And then, of course, all this jargon. I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it. I'll take it. Ooh, I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, ring-a-ling-ding for me, please. Ring-a-ling-ding for me. Hey. All right. Still hope yet. I got to remember my clock is now accurate too. So I have a wall clock, and then I also have an alarm clock. The wall clock is battery operated, and I have the wall clock there because my eyes are too bad to see the wall clock or the alarm clock anymore from like laying in bed or whatever. So we got the big numbered wall clock, but like I said, that thing runs off battery, so we like to have another clock as a backup. And for whatever reason, they count time differently. The wall clock seems to count a little faster than the actual alarm clock. And as a result, after the last time change, it actually jumped 4 minutes ahead of my alarm clock. So that's kind of crazy. 4 minutes it was ahead of. Even though they were set at the same time, you know, last season's change. And so that's a pretty big jump. But now they're back on. So I've been sort of like, in my head, I know that one clock is ahead. Now it's not ahead. It's actually on point. So I got to try to remember that. It's like I got a Discord message waiting for me too, but it'll have to wait a second. I got a wall to finish up. Alright. If I can get this Archie. Archie! Why'd you do that? I feel like that's from a show. I can't think of what show it is, though. I mean, other than the Archie comics, I can't even think of an Archie in a show. I still have one digital one I need to remember how to change. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I managed to... I was up first. My mother-in-law hasn't been feeling very well the last few days, so she's been laying low, kind of keeping to herself upstairs so that the rest of us don't catch whatever she may or may not have. And the wife, she likes to sleep in on the weekends. I'm always up before her. I cannot sleep in like she can. I wish I could. I used to be able to. My body just won't allow more than like 7-8 hours. So once she goes to bed fairly early due to her getting up super early. So by the time, you know, I go to bed and I get up, there's 7-8 hours have gone by, but she can sleep for like 9-10 hours if she was allowed to. So I was the first one up. I changed all the clocks downstairs and the rest of the house, and then eventually when she woke up, I changed the 2 up here in our bedroom. But that's the only 4 clocks we have in our house that are not powered by like computers or cell phones or whatever. So, and I remember how to change them all, luckily. Sure that won't last too many more years though. Yeah. Right. I might get this corner done yet. I mean, it's sort of done already. This corner could go on forever depending on how you define it, because it's really not a corner. It's really more of a, like a nook. Or a cranny. Come on. What am I trapped on? Oh. That makes sense. Wish these things would quit blocking me. All right. I smell food. Someone either made something or went and got something. I'm a little jealous. I could eat. That's usually the case for me, though. Not a lot of times that I wouldn't eat. I definitely don't eat as big of portions as I used to, though. That's something I've been working on as I get a little bit older. Okay, well, this one's missing something. Must be. Oh, there we go. But wait a minute. Why I oughta. Alright, well, I think I got this whole front side done. I'm basically halfway done with it. I've still got like another minute yet before we actually hit the actual halfway point. Give me another minute to grind away some of these details. Nice if I hit 50%, but I don't think I will. 49, perhaps? I already get that. Apparently that board is good, huh? I did hit 49. Can I hit the 50 piece? Give me that 50. Give me that 50. I already did the wheel, Chacho. We're good. All right, there's the big 50. So let's go ahead and take a BRB. And then when we get back, we'll finish this guy up. and we'll see what else is ahead of us. Because I feel like, not knowing how big the last one is, we could save it for a shorty next week versus no stream at all. I'd be okay with a shorty because I could still get some stuff done. And then we could get it all done today, too, if it's not very big. Hey, what up there, John? Surprised. I think it's probably on the underside, yeah. Booyakasha. Pixie dust extractor. Okay, so I already got that. All right, guys. I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, all right, all right. I'm officially back. Here, 50%. Doing good in the neighborhood. So we got all that stuff done. Now we just gotta start working on this jargon. It's like a big old bat. What you think of that? Boo. Kind of want to work on this. I wonder if I can stop that. Is that something I can stop? I can stop it. Okay. Well, I guess, look at that. The button's actually popped up on the bottom of my screen right now. I just wasn't paying much attention to it. This one might be better suited stopped. I wonder if you have to hit these from the top too. Probably not. My guess is the middle needs to be dealt with up on top, though. Because that's probably dirty. I can see it being dirty. Everything else is. Can I get a dig? All right. Yerba burp. My bad. Already 52%. This floor is just so on. It goes on and on and on and on. Oh my gosh, look at all this. I have to go all the way back over there. That's wild. That distance, I know I've talked about this in the past. It just does seemingly so much extra damage. Look at that, it's just clean as a whistle. Was that a robot? No, it's like a stand. Thought it was like a He-Man robot or something for a second. What the crap is that? About the right distance, I think. could always just hit Shrek with the spell to restore him back to his previous form. No. Leave Shrek alone. He deserves so much better. I look forward to seeing what they do with Shrek. Like, Mike Myers coming back and stuff, you know, like, it's been a minute. I mean, there was that one, what is it? Pentabaret, or I don't remember what it was called. It was like an interesting show on Netflix. Worth watching. Good nostalgic Mike Myers, but also like not the same. The Pentabaret, I think, is what it was called. Peace out, Brian D. Good luck, broski. Hey, farmer's back. What's for lunch, dude? A barley sandwich? No, I'm just kidding. Too early for that, huh? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Just getting all this dirty goody. Getting it good. Funny angle-edge. The contrast is so different here. I haven't needed to ping nearly as much, I've noticed. It definitely does still require pinging, especially when you're fine-tuning a part or whatever, looking for that last bit. But the contrast, the purples and the pinks and stuff are so like obvious that you don't need to use the where's the dirt button very often, or not nearly as much anyways. Which has been nice. Guessing that I'm gonna have to get up on top. Not seeing a whole lot of. Yeah, there's definitely some up there. Let's see if I can use my cheese again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Should be able to get the arms pretty easy though, maybe? Uh-oh. Did you check out the link I sent on Discord? You talking to me? Did you see the? Oh yeah. Yes. I was like, whoa, right now? But I read back. Let's see if I can. Hey, turn it off, bruh. funny angle-age. I mean, it was definitely different. You know what I mean? I mean, decent job. And I mean, he would have been a good candidate for like a live action version too, right? Like his body type and his movements and just everything would have been, you know, pretty solid. You know, and unfortunately, things happen the way they happen. Get the high stuff. And then drop down. Probably want a ladder. I haven't noticed any scaffolding in this. Pretty much all levels have scaffolding, but I don't think I've noticed any scaffolding. Lots of ladders. Lots of ladders. I don't see any scaffolding anywhere. Yeah, no scaffolding. Gotta get that right distance. I think that's about it. Yeah, look at it, just clean and shiny. Oh, that was so dark. I thought that was just like a shadow. That was not what it was. Boy, it's like extra cold today. Like the wind gusts are like busting through and like, ugh. It's crazy. You can feel like the house, like the leaky windows and all that. Like you can just feel it. We got some door seals that probably should be reinvestigated again and replaced. Because you could just feel the breeze shifting and the house creaking as it's... I mean, it's windy out there. I don't know what kind of gustage we're getting, but it's got to be up there. Typical Salem, you know, weather for November. It's supposed to be a little bit wetter and colder this year, though. The El Nino or La Nina or whatever. Which is funny, because Chris Farley, right? El Nino is Spanish for... the Nino. Like that was like a historic moment in his career. But yeah, it's La Nina this year, I think. I don't know. Farmer's out there, he'd probably know better. Farmer's Almanac. He's like a walking encyclopedia of knowledge. Have you ever seen the American Carol? I don't think so. Is it like a show? Is it a movie? Is it a play? Like what? The American Carol. It's not ringing the bell. I'm trying to pick old man Bryant brain. Movie. Who's in it? Oh. Kevin Farley. No, I don't think so. I do not believe I has. Oof. This floor, I was gonna say, it's gotta be ring-a-ling-ding-dong soon. Come on. There we go. 66%. Okay. Uh-oh. More Discord. I'm guessing the solution has been found. Let me see. No? It's John. Oh, it's a link to the trailer. I don't think I've seen any of that. It didn't look familiar either on the thumbnail anyway. Supposed to be La Nina. That's what I thought. That's what I said, isn't it? Thank you for confirming. Because Chris Farley did the El Nino, but I think it's supposed to be La Nina, like, which is a different current than the El Nino. Similar, but I think it comes from a different location or something. I don't remember exactly what's different, but it's supposed to be wetter and colder though. I know that. Airplane was a classic. I love that movie. So many good one-liners, but also just like a well put together, frantic comedy. You know what I mean? Like touching topics that are probably a little hot for that time, right? And even like the sequel and stuff too, with like the gift shop and just all the things. I mean, obviously none of that stuff would be okay in today's climate. I mean, it would have a cancel tour set up. I'm almost sure of it. So hey, real quick, I know I don't have like a full whammy or anything right now, but I just want to, this is for the mods too, but also for everybody really. Here in the United States, in the next couple of days, we are going to have a pretty big announcement of who our next president will be. No matter what the choice is, it will be a different president than the current one. You know, we usually stay away from political stuff. We don't talk much about that just because it could lead to some pretty nasty altercations. Not everybody agrees. Everybody has feelings, and we don't like those disagreements to affect people's feelings. So I'm not trying to be soft or any of that. I'm just basically trying to create a space that is free of that. And so, you know, if the person you voted for wins in the next couple of days, you know, awesome, good for you, congratulations, or however you want to take that. But let's not make the chat and the streams political. You know, I'm not, I voted. Who I voted for is my business. You know, and who you voted for is your business. You don't need to make it everybody. I know that's kind of a thing right now. Everybody thinks they need to make, everybody needs to know everything I'm thinking of and doing, and, you know, that's not necessarily the case. And like I said, somebody is going to win, and that may or may not be who you voted for or who you wanted to see. And I just want this to remain a place. And just know that our mods are going to be actively ready to remove people, time people out, ban people if need be. So, you know, if there's some weird celebratory tours happening in our chat, I don't think that'll be the case, but if there is, we'll definitely be shutting it down. So just peacefully asking everybody to keep it nice and clean. regardless. And if the person you didn't vote for wins, you don't, you know, let's not turn it into like a, I can't believe la 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 la, right? Like, let's keep it just free of the politics. I may at one point mention who wins or whatever, but I definitely don't want it to be a topic of conversation. We won't likely know until late tomorrow night, but tomorrow is sort of the final day, and you know, and hopefully, no matter what the results are, everything will be fine and dandy. Hopefully, that's the case. And again, there may be some things or events that happen as a result. You know, other than asking if we are aware of them, let's not necessarily talk details or whatever. If that all makes sense, great. If not, doesn't need to. Just know that we will be looking to time out and remove people who are being, you know, toxic or, you know, potentially breaking the rules. It doesn't even have to be a toxic situation. It just has to be a situation where it's in violation. And, you know, we give everybody a little bit of leeway, but there is also some lines in the sand, and I'm drawing them right now. So that's kind of a favor to me and to others as well. And like I said, good luck to whoever. It's going to be changed no matter what for all of us. And, you know, I hope that whatever happens, it's positive for the people and the country. You can shut. Thumbie for president. I told the wife I wrote in Hawktua, and she about slapped me out of the kitchen when I said it. And then it was funny because I was like totally talking to her, not making a joke to Reese or even including him. And apparently his microphone picked up me saying that. And one of his friends was like, "Did your dad just say Hawktua for president?" And he was like, "Oh, I don't know. He's brought her up before. He probably is right now." And he goes, "Dad?" And I go, "Yes, I did." And he goes, "Ah, go upstairs." Hey, what's up, Terry? Ooh, I heard the fairy in the background laughing. Haven't been able to hear it much because I've had this bad boy going. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be more powerful. It's supposed to be more dramatic. And it is. Trust me. Trust me. All right. Oh, yes, on him. I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. Yeah, I encourage everybody to always do their own homework and make sure they know stuff. I'm lucky that my wife really gets invested into especially the local stuff, because a lot of it affects schools and funding for them, right? And so she goes and reads and does all the homework and then tells me. So I get like a quick briefing about who everybody is and what they stand for. And I still have the right to go choose the people who are not for the schools and stuff if I want to. But, you know, I usually support her in any way possible, because, you know, what's good for her is ultimately good for the kids and, you know, good for us as well, I suppose. So good for the future. So yeah, there's those pamphlets. Like I get like a Cliff Notes from the wife every year. It's pretty awesome. Her and her mom both read it from cover to cover. All right, I'm up to 70. I'm hoping I don't have to hit the top of this thing. Yes, perfect. I was worried I was going to have to get up there in that crack up there. I know they're all jokes. Hopefully everybody else does too. I figured there was probably not an Amendment 69 out there. But, you know, in today's world, it's possible. I mean, there's National Talk Like a Pirate Day. I mean, there could literally be anything. We need to create something that's like positive and something that would easily pass, right? Like Talk Like a Pirate Day must have gone over really awkwardly on its first attempt or whatever. You know, I've been told, I don't know how true this story is, but I've been told that I have actually met the person who started Talk Like a Pirate Day. And I don't mean like the person who created it eventually and then somebody else started. Like, I've been told, I've never looked it up, but the person is supposedly from either Albany or Eugene, and they're very big into theater. And my friend Anya used to be really big into the Albany theater. And one of her theater friends supposedly, reportedly, allegedly was the one who started that and passed it, which I thought was pretty cool at the time, but that was like 20 years ago. Now I'm wondering, like, why would they allow that? I mean, it's cool, but it's like, it's sort of making a mockery out of, you know, potentially anyways, out of other talk or other days, right? Because you got like National Ice Cream Day, National Dog Day, National Daughter Day, National Son Day, you know, like, so. I mean, Ice Cream Day should be there. I don't know about the rest. Haley Wilson. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She, like I said before, she's turned out to be sort of like a sweetheart that, like, was, I don't know where that came from, but maybe that's just who she's portraying now. I mean, you get famous, you probably don't want to be known as a schmohawk, right? So, yeah, you might change your status or opinions and watch how you act and say things. Maybe not. Maybe she just really is genuinely a sweetheart. But, yeah. I've seen a bunch of other videos, too, of, like, girls out on the street trying to be the next, you know, saying wild things. Wild things. All right. Did I get the sign? Yeah, the sign's good. Surprised we haven't seen Gray yet. Like, legit. He must be working late shift again. And they must actually be working it. Ding. Oh, the tree's got the other side, too. Boom. Boom. All right. Well, all right. $75%. We're making our way there. Slowly but surely. See if I can shred some of this with the distance cheat again. seems a little bit wider and like it doesn't leave any spots behind. I mean, if I miss my mark, it does, but as long as I get it pretty good. Casa Bonita. No, I've never been to Casa Bonita. It's a real place, which is wild. Like, I don't know. Is it still active? I feel like during COVID or after COVID or something, I remember reading something about it. I can't remember if it was good or bad. Casa Bonita, Casa Bonita. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Well, isn't that how it always was? Didn't they like make they like bought an old family restaurant and like turned it into it, I thought? I thought that was always the story. Matt and Trey. During COVID when it was okay. I thought they were the original creators of the restaurant. But maybe they used maybe the episode was based off of a, and that would make sense too. They're pretty good about taking real life stuff and turning it into the cartoon. For better or for worse. Need to seize the initiative. Okay. Okay. All right. Betcha this will maybe give me the floor. I'll have to come back from the other side. Suppose I could just pick the stupid ladders up and move them, but nah. This is sort of easier. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This should be it right here. No? Haha! I knew it! Get it! Alright. This is some, hard to reach spots, you know? Get up onto there. This should finish off the tree. Maybe. What you talking about, Willis? Archway still has. Oh, there we go. And can I get a ding for the tree? Right here. Yeah. Floor still has a ton on it. That's crazy. I figured we'd be almost done with that. I mean, this place is huge. There's a bunch right over there, huh? Got that like huge spot over there too of the wall, like right in the middle. Both left and right are fell fat, but the middle is done dead. Yeah, this is likely gonna be the final map for today. Boy, this is, I can't believe how big this is. Chacha, you said this was quick and easy. I'm just kidding. He said they were big. He did. Hey, what'd you land there? Did you find something new? You got new news? Hey, Charlie. Whoa, wait a minute. What just happened? That sounds like a job for Justin, but that is definitely not Justin. Like, wait a minute. What's happening? That's cool. Wilsonville, huh? That's just a little skip up there. I used to work at Wilsonville. I worked at Nike Repack at the Nike place for, I don't know, a year and a half, something like that. That was a long time ago, but I did it. Did my time in Wilsonville. It was a cool place back when like Fry's was there and stuff. It's kind of just like a people hub now, huh? They got a couple good dealerships there. The Audi dealerships there. Toyota, they got one there. Subaru's got one of their bigger ones there too. That's cool, though. Hopefully it all works out, brah. You would definitely be the control panel guy if I needed one. That's for sure. So peaceful with this one. Almost makes you sleepy. No, I'm just kidding. Don't start yawning. Can't afford that yet. It's too early in the day. Let's see here. Charlie's my half twin. He was born last Friday. Okay. You feeling all right there, buddy? Blink twice if everything's okay. Blink 3 times if Charlie's gotten control. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I've almost got this whole under part done, Ski. Hopefully it'll all just be like above ground, easy. Easy from easy. Okay, I got this stuff over here too. Oh, I see you. Ugh. Aha! Take that. Come on. What else? Oh. No. No. Alright, where's that stupid stool? Ha ha ha! That was easier than I thought it would be. Yeah. Alright, 87%. I mean, guess there's still hope yet. A big chunk of this is going to be that big bucket up there, that vat or whatever they call it. And these walls, too. These walls should go pretty fast. There's lots of items on them, though, and lots of funny angle stuff, too. Right? Come on, give me the ding. Giggity? That's weird. I'm like not even looking at it, but it's just in my peripheral so I can turn it on. Ding. 88. If this was miles per hour and I was in a DeLorean, I'd be going back in time. But it's not, sadly. Right. Too close, bro. Too close. I know it's on the top. Dang it. Come on, ring it, dang it, dang. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Red, yeah. All right. Charles Jr. went to join tab and donut in the chat. Ah, I see. Charles is a testing buddy. Gotcha. I don't think I ever finished this pipe on my left. Boy, this is getting kind of rough over here. Yeah. Haha. All right, all right, all right. Almost to 90. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They are very generous with that one. Boy, this bottom row's got to be about ready, huh? Wall skirting. This new place requires email from past co-workers. Oh. Do I count? And I got an email. It'd be cool, like, you put me as a reference and, like, I'm streaming and I get a phone call and they're like, hey, we'd like to evaluate Justin. And I'd be like, save your time, man. Just hire the guy. You need a console built, he's your guy. Control panels, anything that requires wiring and finesse. He's about half your size. Okay. So he's like a mini you? Got your own little nom, huh? You know, I was reading this thing the other day. It said Elon Musk has been building these Tesla robots, and his goal is to have like so many of them out in the wild in the next like 10 years. And it made me think of iRobot, you know, right? Like, obviously, it makes me think a little bit about, you know, Terminator and things too. But ultimately, iRobot came to mind, and I mean that's kind of a scary thought in itself too. But how much awesome support and help it could be for, like, you know, the older generations. I mean, these robots, you'd think they'd be $100,000, $200,000 or something crazy. They are expensive. Don't get me wrong. They're $15,000 to $25,000 is what they're being rated at, which is a lot of money. But they're also being set up so that they can be somehow used as like a medical thing. So again, I don't know how it'll all work or if it'll all come through, but I mean, like, Elon was pretty smart with the Teslas and getting the federal tax credits and making it basically selling the cars for what they're valued at or higher, and still being able to get them to the consumers for an affordable rate. Now, that hasn't always been the case. Some of the early Teslas were quite a bit. You can get performance models for over 100,000. So that doesn't talk about all of them, but you know, there are certain ones out there. Like, we wouldn't have been able to get a Tesla comfortably without the tax credits. You know, we qualified for all of them, you know, and so we got a pretty significant break on ours. Now, in all fairness, we haven't gotten half of it yet. We're supposed to get it in April. So, you know, once you've owned the car for a year-ish, is when they usually apply those credits. So for us, we bought it in June, I want to say it was like June 2nd that we had to have it by. So, you know, April's not quite a year, but we're getting pretty close. And they may make us wait the whole time too, but we've already been approved and told that we would be getting the rebate once it's refunded, which would be in April, May, June. So, I mean, if he finds a way to get those, some sort of tax credits or breaks or insurance of, you know, claims or whatever, they could possibly become more affordable and easier to get. I mean, people buy cars all the time for $15,000, $20,000. That might not be you. You may have never spent more than $5,000 on a car, right? But I mean, ultimately, a lot of people do spend that kind of money, and so buying a robot wouldn't be too far out of the question. I don't know that I would want one, but I'm at like a state where, like, the timing on it might be perfect, because right about when, like, I'm gonna need help, you know, doing things, it's probably going to be fairly available and refined. And, you know, if there's hasn't been a takeover yet, you know, I might just consider one. You know, I'm not going to have one just to have like a friend chilling behind me or streaming for me on my days off or any of that. But, you know, like, often I go get the new consoles or the new cell phones or whatever when they, that would probably not qualify. I probably won't be going to get one when they first come out. Although, if I don't get a Golf R, maybe he can, if he's good at piggyback riding, if I can be like, you know, just hop on his back and take me wherever. All right, that's a little ridiculous. Probably won't do that. some stretches. I'm sure that there are other things besides just this big vat. I'm sure I've missed like a board or two, or, you know, some sort of railing somewhere or something, but we're getting there. We're 5% or less. And a lot of the percent is going to be this ground and the top. Ooh, I haven't got that full yet either. Ah, come on. All right. We're getting closer. Much closer. Guess I never did finish the floor, huh? So there's a top and a bottom, it looks like. Because it's labeled top right here. VAT platform top. So I'm guessing there's the bottom. Because I definitely saw some stuff under there still just now even. So that'll probably pop up here in a second. Ah! You know, on another note, Justin, just a random thought. I have no idea if these guys still even do anything, but I had some friends back in the day that worked for a place here in Salem, over kind of off McGillcrest. Trying to remember what it was called. It was, they made boats for the most part, but they had, you know, all those boats, they get the shells molded and then they start installing. So there was like various, you know, processes that need to happen. And they actually have consoles. And my roommate, I don't speak to him anymore, really. I mean, we're not enemies or anything, but we just don't really talk. He used to work there, and he actually did kind of what sounds like you have done in the past with wiring up all of this. You know, like they had stereos, right? They had to put like Sony CD players in them, and he'd have to wire those up and run all the wiring to the power and run a battery. And so he was like basically wiring up the entire boat. And I can't remember, it wasn't, he also worked for another boat place. It was Staff Jennings Boats. That's not around anymore, I don't think. And that was completely different. They sold boats there, and he actually tended to them, cleaned them, got them ready, repaired them, fixed things for customers that had bought boats from them and whatever. But, I mean, that was 20 years ago. But I'm trying to think of what the name of the company is. Hey, what up, Phantom? I just can't for the life of me think of it. I should text one of my other buddies worked for him too. I don't remember what he did. I think he was more of like a painter or something. So, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh. Okay, so I really want to get on top of that. Okay, here we go. the way around. Oh. Alright. Chacho, how big is the last level? Is it good size or is it tiny? I'm hoping it's tiny. I think it's big. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. I breezed over the trophy list earlier, but didn't pay attention. I was just scanning for the potion one, and also I wanted to make sure that but I got the Shrek swamp one last week, so I was pretty confident I could just blast through that one. Alright, so now I just got to do basically the inside. So the exterior's basically done. There we go. Got to do the inside. Hey, wait a minute. Let's go. What do I have? I've got wood cleaner, metal cleaner. Is this metal? This is metal, right? Bloop, 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 bloop. I don't know if this stuff helps or not. I don't feel like this is any faster, really. Alright. Ring-a-ling-ding-ding. We're good here. I said we're good here. Ding. Yeah, the bubbly sound is for the soap. I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. Soap, bubbles, bubbly, bubbles. But again, I don't think that was any faster. Like, if I would have just methodically done this and cleaned it, I think we would have been done by now. So, I mean, I'm there. But there's clearly, like, little bits here and little bits there. Come on. Give it to me. Pop it off. Yeah. All right. So now we need to figure out what I didn't clean. Okay, so exterior. Pixie dust extractor tray. Okay. Potion machine dispenser spout. Potion machine dispenser spout. Okay. Vat mount base. I thought we got all the base. Oh yeah, probably the Mario Bros. Did. Come on. Okay, the vat rim. Oh boy. Sweet, and wall skirting. So that's the lower stuff. Let's see if I can find that. It's gonna be one of these like short ones. Maybe at this back corner. No, no. 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 Yep. Booyakasha. Working hard or hardly working? That was a biggie, y'all. Holy cow. We only got $350 for it? Is that right? Only about $350? $650. All right. Dragon's Lair. Okay, start job. Let's take a peek at this. You're so over the Mario Bros. Themes. My bad. I didn't know. I didn't know. Dragon's Lair, and the trophy is clean the gallery tapestries last. Okay, so whoops. Yeah, so I am still a quarter of the way. I'm actually going to cut it early and save it for next week. So next week will be probably like a half stream, but we'll get, I guess a half is better than none. Let's actually get a thumbnail for it, eh? But this place is trashed. And I mean, there's a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of stiff. So let's go ahead and go stubby, go simple. And then let's see. Boom. It is a big one, Chacho. You are correct. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for hanging out. Much love to you all. Appreciate you and the like button pressings that you guys have done. And I will be back tomorrow with the full crew. Both Bobby, Gerg, and Kirsten all will be joining me. And we'll be jumping through and taking down some bugs and hopefully finding out some stuff regarding that game. So tune in tomorrow to find out. But that's going to go ahead and do it for me, guys. If you have not already, please check us out on social media and over at HappyThumbsGaming.com. Doug's actually working on the guide right now for Funko Fusion, updating, adding a bunch of collectibles and such. So if you're trying to get ahead of me, now is the chance to do that. As for me, though, guys, that's going to do it for now. As always, until next time.